Welcome to Riverside Insights Gifted Coordinator Toolkit on Universal Screening and Norming Practices. I'm Monica Simons. You are here. Welcome to the video overview of this module. Why do we need to talk about universal screening and localized norming practices? Almost all research that has to do with gifted identification includes information on the best practices of universal screening and localized norms. Additional implications include that you will have a more equitable representation of all student groups, which can help decrease the achievement and excellence gaps over time. You will increase growth for high-achieving, high-ability students, and all students can better realize their potential. Let's dive into the guiding questions. You will begin by collecting a lot of information about what is already in place and what your representation index is. You will want to collect information by campus. Although you can look at information and data at the district level, if you have campuses that are very different from each other, it won't be as informative as if you drill down to the campus level. And even at the campus level, you want to drill down to the grade level and by student population. Your student populations should include economically disadvantaged and those who are learning English as their second language or emerging bilingual. You can choose to look at other student groups, but those are the two that you should look at first. After you've collected all of that data, reflect on how you serve gifted students and advanced learners. Capture that information here for further reference. Now you want to start thinking through implementing universal screening. Universal screening is a great way to get defensible data on localized norms. It's also a practice that is considered a research-based practice so that you can identify students who may not be referred. As you are thinking through your process, you want to think about which grades are options for universal screening. One option is second grade for the COGAT, since it is the last year that the test is untimed. If you are adding an assessment into the battery that you use, then you may need to find additional funding for universal screening. Seek that funding by sharing how universal screening data can support instructional differentiation, such as the COGAT does. Next, you will drill down further into the implementation plan with the when, the where, the who, and the how. After you have your universal screening data back, you will start looking at what methodology is best for determining localized norms. What data you use at a district level, at a campus level, and even at a national level. Because localized norming practices are often misunderstood, anticipate the challenges in moving to this screening process, as well as communicating it out, and be proactive in preparing communication pieces for those. Use multiple layers of local norm practices to identify a more diverse and equitable group of students. Universally screen with the COGAT to benchmark your students' cognitive ability, and use COGAT to reduce the opportunity to learn gap with culturally, linguistically, and economically diverse students. There is a plethora of research that backs these practices. My recommendation is to begin with the very first article by Gentry et al., Gifted Education in the United States. If you would like more of a step-by-step process along with professional learning modules, the second reference here is helpful. Riverside Insights also has many webinars to support your learning. We hope the Gifted Coordinator Toolkit on Universal Screening and Norming Practices has been helpful. Let's continue the conversation and learn together.